Hi Libra, and welcome to your soulmate reading. In this reading, we are going to reveal the destiny between you and your romantic soulmate for this life journey. You could already know this soulmate, or this could be talking about a soulmate that you are destined to meet. All right, Libra. So we're going to start with an overall message from Spirit about your soulmate, what Spirit wants you to know. All right, Libra, let's see what's coming out for all of you. Right, so just take a look at that artwork for a minute and see what you're feeling from that. Look at that heart right there. All right, only time will tell. Ooh, a Libra. Spirit says there is a lot of mystery. There is a lot that is unknown to you about your soulmate and what lies ahead. And this is whether you already know this soulmate or if you have yet to meet this soulmate, okay? And there's going to be a major activation and awakening in your heart space as well as theirs in the near future. And you know, this is a general reading, so all of you are going to be watching it at different times, okay? And you need to ask Spirit, what is the personal timetable for you? Because there is magic in this soulmate connection, Libra. Oh my gosh, only time will tell. Spirit does not want to give all the secrets away about this beautiful union and connection. All right, let's pull some past life energies and see what comes out there. You guys could be still working on, you know, the same thing that's coming through. So let's see what Spirit will give us about your past life incarnation and how that personally impacts this journey. All right, so we have monk or nun. What this tells me, Libra, is a couple of things. For some of you, both you and this soulmate walked a very spiritual path, last life journey. You gave your life to Spirit, to the religious beliefs for some of you, okay? And your life was not focused on romantic love, romantic connection. And you and this soulmate walked that journey together as spiritual companions in your love for Spirit and your work for Spirit, answering the call of Spirit, okay? Some of you, that is what this is about. And some others of you, what this is telling me is your last incarnation with each other, you guys were not in a romantic union. You were much more of a soul bonded, soul companion type of connection. So like really good friends would, you know, fall into that category. It's just you guys were not romantic partners in your last life journey, and you chose that for purpose. And many of you, it's because you chose a very spiritual path, and that's where your focus was. Your focus was not on romantic love, okay? So let's take a look and see what's happening this life journey, because clearly this life journey, it's some romance going on, right? And just remember, every form that you guys take in any given incarnation, it's to help you grow, to evolve, to expand. And you decide before you come here what type of connection you want to experience with each other based upon what you're trying to get out of that particular incarnation. And I just feel so strong last life journey. It was all about Spirit, and that may be a big part of your life this journey as well, okay? So let's look at your energy, their energy, and the energy that exists in between the two of you. And you assign which side is which, okay? All right, so we have Ten of Shells, success. One of you really perceives this connection, this love as the ultimate, okay? The everything. This would be the Ten of Cups. So family, deep, deep emotional connection and attachment coming from this person. And the other person is showing as the Chariot, determination. They could also potentially be a Cancer, okay? This is somebody who is very sensitive as well. Both of you are coming through as emotional, tender beings. In your most vulnerable vulnerable sense, like when you feel that you can fully open up and fully express yourself and show yourself to another person, there is such depth to the emotion that exists within both of you. All right, it's beautiful, Libra. It is very beautiful. This person is very success driven. Okay, I want to conquer, I want to achieve, I want to rise up, I want to grow, I want to win. They're very ambitious. They're very determined to achieve and conquer in this life. And, you know, at the time of this reading, they could be very focused on the 3D of success, okay? Whereas the other person over here is much more 5D, is focused on the spiritual bond, the emotional connection, and building and growing that bond, creating a family, creating stability, creating and building dreams together. That's where this person's at. And over here, it just feels like they're a bit more 3D still, trying to find themselves, discover themselves, build themselves. That's where their primary focus is. So what exists in between is the Hanged Man. So Libra, this is either a soulmate that you have yet to meet, okay, and you both are working on, you know, these energies within in the preparation of your union coming together, or this is talking about a big wedge that exists between these two soulmates at this time, which could mean we're outright separated from each other, or if we're in union, there's a lot of distance and disconnection at the time you are watching this reading, okay? It's like there's an impasse. We can't agree on something, and I see that here, where over here we're more 5D, over here we're more 3D, and that's the problem that exists for those of you who are in union or you're separated. Those of you who have yet to align to this soulmate, one person really has to kind of have a shift and awakening, and we see that here, right? We see that here in the heart space. Go to that 5D energy so that these two energies can come into perfect alignment, because over here it's like, I'm ready, I want to give you everything, I'm here, I love you, I'll be here for you. Like, this person's wide open and ready, but this person has a few more life lessons that they're working on, especially as they're coming through as a major arcana. So Libra, if you know this soulmate and you're separated, remember, only time will tell, okay? And, you know, you could be either one of these energies. You just apply which side fits for you. If you're not quite ready, like you really love somebody, but you're like, I'm just not ready to be in that yet, that's okay. You've got to be real with yourself, because this person, you know, Spirit is confirming, is still working on a few life lessons to help them evolve and grow. And over here, this person has achieved a lot already, has overcome some of the things this person is currently working on. All right, so in separation, it's a matter of timing, you know, because they've got to, everybody evolves differently. Those of you who have yet to meet this soulmate, again, it's a matter of timing. Those of you who are in union, same answer. It's a matter of timing. And Spirit's saying, you know, there's a lot to be revealed yet in this connection. Those of you who are in union or even in separation, there's a lot that's yet to be revealed. There's a lot that's going to shift and change. You don't see it yet, but there's a beautiful awakening in the heart space that's going to take place for one of you. One of you is already there. The other one is just a bit more focused on, you know, the more material side of life. So let's pull some cards to look at your soul journey this lifetime, what you guys signed up for, what your soul contract is. All right, so we have abandonment, eternally yours, karmic flame journey, sexual nostalgia, and awakening emotions. I love it. Yep, there it is. See, right there, Spirit confirms. All right, so I'm going to start with those of you who have yet to meet this soulmate, okay? And you'll know this soulmate by the way you feel inside, the connection that you feel, because this is going to be very soul, because of the last incarnation that you guys shared with each other. You were spiritual companions. You were best friends. You knew each other better than anybody else in this world, but it was not a romantic connection. This was like your roots, your home base. You guys were very supportive to each other. You shared everything with each other, more than you did, you know, with your spouses, if you even had them in that incarnation. All right, there is a very, very deep, loyal bond at the soul between the two of you. Okay, so when you meet this life journey, it's going to feel different. It's going to feel like nothing you've ever experienced with another person, like you've known them all your life. They get you, you get them. You know, where it takes a couple years and years of being with each other, it's like you guys could finish each other's sentences from day one. Okay, there's just something very special and magical. That is how you will know this soulmate. Okay, so for those of you who have yet to meet this soulmate, part of this 3D over here has to do with some karmic relationship. Okay, both of you could have some karmic relationship and energy that we have to work through and move through. I really feel like it's more just one of you at this point, because over here is like, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. Okay, and over here is again that more 3D energy. So the reason you have not yet met this person, if you know this is you, is because they're working through these karmic energies and some life lessons, you know, that are very 3D based. Okay, if this feels more like you, where you're like, yeah, I'm tangled up in some karmics, I'm working on some stuff, I'm growing myself, I know this side is me. You do have a very beautiful soulmate that's waiting for you, Libra, to evolve through these soul contracts. Okay, for you to have this beautiful awakening in your heart, in your soul, and then this is like true love that comes into play. All right, and so those of you who have yet to meet, that's why one of you is working on these karmic contracts, as well as some life lessons for evolution to actually be on the same page. Okay, those of you in separation, that's the strongest story because of abandonment coming out. You guys meet, and again, it's this bond where you'll never be able to forget each other in this life. Okay, eternally yours as soon as you meet. However, it looks like we are gonna separate. Okay, and I imagine, you know, those of you who are in separation, this is like, yeah, this is my story. Here it is, where somebody walks away. Okay, however, their heart is never free again. You both love each other. Somebody walks away because there's some karmic energy to work on, and you both do not stop thinking about each other. This soul bond, as well as all of, you know, your physical experiences with each other, and through time and through the evolution of this person really working on their life lessons and completing their karmic contracts, there's this beautiful awakening within their heart, within their soul, and they're ready. They're ready to shift into that 10 of Cups energy that this person right here already is. Okay, so in separation, that's what it's about. Now, those of you that are in union, it's really hard for me to even try to read it as such. Okay, it's again, you guys are at some really strong impasse, and you may be considering, like, you know, is this just a karmic? Should I walk away? But the bond is too strong, and Spirit's saying only time will tell. More information will come. This is not a time to make a decision on whether you should walk away from your current partner if you guys have kind of been in this limbo, in this crossroads energy, because somebody's going to have an awakening, and that's going to change everything. There is more information that's to come, Libra. Okay, so let's pull some tarot. All right, so 5 of Wings, 5 of Swords, defeat coming out under this abandonment. The Moon under Eternally Yours. Queen of Roses under the Karmic Flame Journey. Five of Shells, Disappointment under Sexual Nostalgia. And the Wheel of Fortune, Luck under Awakening Emotions. Beautiful, Libra. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so those of you separated, and there's this karmic going on potentially with the fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. Okay, that's what's sitting under this karmic flame journey, whether for you or for your soulmate, just, you know, depending on how you're relating to this reading. That absolutely has to play out and pan out, okay? And with Eternally Yours, with the moon underneath it, once you guys met, there's no forgetting each other, okay? It's just here, we're separated. Things didn't work out. We weren't on the same page initially because there's unresolved business. And you say, well, what was the point in meeting if we just have to separate because of this unresolved, unfinished business here? Because had you guys not initially met, it may have changed their decisions or your decisions with a karmic, okay? Whereas, let's just say, you are here at the Ten of Shells, the Ten of Cups. You're open, you're ready, you want your soulmate back, you want to make it work, you don't understand what the holdup is. Like, well, if we're meant to be, why did I have to meet? Why did they have to walk away? Because if they never met you, this would not have been ignited within them, okay? And this igniting within them is part of their growth, which helps activate and awaken them within, okay? Because they had to know you and feel you, and that bond awaken within before this comes into their life, okay? Otherwise, this is where they may get stuck, where they may get hung up, all right? Because karmics can be very, very intense. However, because this came first, it cannot be forgotten. It's something was awakened, something was activated within, okay? And so then this unfinished business, these karmic contracts, these soul lessons must be achieved first and be completed, and then the wheel turns. There is this beautiful awakening inside, and you guys are drawn back into each other, okay? Those of you who have yet to meet this soulmate, yeah, they've just got to wrap up some life lessons, some karmic contracts, or you are also working on those things. But those of you who feel strongly you have yet to meet this soulmate, Spirit wants you to know it's there for you, Libra. It is there. All right. It's just a matter of timing. Only time will tell. And, you know, things just happen, right? I mean, it's like one day you don't know somebody, and then somehow, some way, you know, fate aligns you to them and you know them. So the way that this all comes to be, you've just got to trust the journey, especially with the Wheel of Fortune there, Libra. It's all gonna work out. This soulmate and you will align in the proper time. And those of you who have yet to meet the soulmate, you know, they're not going to be there. That confusion with the karmic won't be there. Okay. So those of you in separation, that confusion would be there. Those of you who have yet to meet the soulmate, that's going to be a really hard battle for them, or this karmic is a really hard battle for you before coming into union. And you are like a breath of fresh air, or they are like a breath of fresh air after this crazy, intense karmic journey that they've been on, okay? And, you know, it could go both ways, where you both are on this crazy karmic journey, and it ends, it crashes and burns, and then you guys are, you know, just kind of both single on your own, working on yourself. And this could have been like a very long lasting relationship, okay? Like 5 years, 10 years for some of you. And you may have thought that was your one, but it came to a very abrupt ending. And then it's time for the healing and the processing and the evolving. So those of you who have not met this soulmate yet, you know, one or both of you went through that, and there's a period of singlehood and healing and growing and evolving, and then you guys come together and you are on the same page from day one, okay? You went through all that heartache before you ever meet, and once you meet, That's it for both of you, okay? And then those of you who are in separation, you come before this, okay? And again, this connection has got to be established first. Otherwise, there's different choices that would be made in this union, which is not on course for the blueprint of your life journey. All right, so I know that like that's complicated, but you know, there's like two storylines coming in, and again, those of you in union, I'm having a hard time trying to even pick up on that energy to be real. It's like very strong of you have not met yet, or you are in separation at this time, and it's because one person is very 3D. Those of you who are in separation, working on some karmic energies and some life lessons, and you know, those of you singles, this already happened, and it's like you, one or both of you, are in the healing process of that. So let's just pull a couple more tarot for you, Libra. Once this awakening happens, that's it. Like, you guys are together for life. So if you're separated, once this person achieves what needs to happen, that beautiful awakening takes place, the wheel turns, and you guys come back eternally yours, okay? Nothing can get in between you. Those of you who have yet to meet, it's like all that healing has got to be completed of this past karmic before you guys come into union, to ensure a very solid, equal connection where you both have the heart capacity to love each other the same. And through that love, it's very activating for both of you, and you're just together for life, okay? Yes. See, Libra? Ace of Cups, love. Eight of Wings. After, look at this. This would be the Eight of Swords. So, fear, restriction, unable to see what's up ahead. And that's why Spirit is saying only time will tell. You can't make any decision when you don't have all of the information. And if you've been single for a while and you're like, oh, just screw it, this is never going to be, Spirit's like, no, it will be, but all things move in perfect time. And you don't want your soulmate before they're ready. Okay, you don't. Those of you in separation, you could probably attest to that, right? Like, I really wish we would have signed up to go through all of that before we ever met. But, you know, there's purpose in every decision you made at a soul level before you incarnated. There is purpose in that, and it has to do with your soul evolution. So whether you guys signed up to go through all of that prior to meeting so that you are totally ready and evolved when you come into union, and those of you that are in that space, you probably are very spiritually based, and you may even have a higher calling together to do spiritual work, okay? Opposed to those of you who decided, you know what, let's meet, let's be activated, and then let's handle our energies, our lessons separately, because this bond will always be a source of strength for you. Even in disconnection, even in separation, that love, that connection, the depth of your bond will always be a source of strength for you. And I think you know that, and you feel that, and Spirit's confirming that for you. And so where you feel confused, lost, restricted, don't focus on that. This is a beautiful soulmate love that is meant for Libra, and the delay has been very well explained by Spirit as to, you know, what's going on here. And look at that, the Hermit introspection. There it is. This is who you are both meant to be when you come into union for permanent. Very evolved, very awakened, very activated within the soul, so that you can love and honor each other in the right way and remember what was created in the previous life, because this is something so special. Like, everybody wants, oh, you guys have been true loves for lifetime after lifetime. But this, think about it, you know, just think about this life journey. your romances are so hard, right? They are your friend, your best friend. They are your person. There is a lot of amazing things that happens in romance, but your friendships are just as significant and sometimes even run deeper, even though there's no physical intimacy, right? I mean, as a female having a female best friend, there are so many things that I would tell her that I would never open up to my male partner about, not because I felt that I had to hide anything from him, but I think you guys know what I'm saying. So this here was like nothing but truth and loyalty and purity, okay? No heartache, no pain, nothing but unconditional love and support. That is what's real. That is what's true. You guys created that in a lifetime before. Those roots exist within their soul, within your soul, Libra. Okay, and that's the type of love you are meant to have this life journey with this person. And so you both need to become this hermit energy, so wise, okay, to break free of the restriction of this Eight of Swords and fall back into that place of unconditional love with each other that you've established in lifetimes before. This is such a beautiful connection, Libra. Oh my goodness. It is. It absolutely is. And just remember, the more you are evolved at the soul, the harder the life lessons, because master soul requires master lessons, right? All right, you are entering a period of positive change, deep and profound transformation that occurs at the deepest levels of your being. You emerge with a renewed passion for life, full of romance and creativity. Yes, yes. Singles, it is not long from now before you align to this beautiful soulmate. Those of you in separation, things are happening. Energy is in motion. You will come back together, okay? And again, ask Spirit personally for the timetable for each of you, as this is a general read. All right, next out. From a physical perspective, some relationships may seem less than perfect. Yet from a higher perspective, all relationships are sacred, for they help us to grow in love and wisdom. Wow, that's powerful. That is so powerful after we've talked about the life lessons, the karmics, okay, and how you guys, just depending on where you're at, decided to go different routes with your blueprint for this incarnation. There's great purpose in that, Libra. Know that, feel that in your soul. Ask Spirit for the lesson, the understanding in what you and your soulmate chose for this life journey. And lastly, surrender all things that no longer serve you. Let all that remains buried in your heart come to the surface and be healed. Let there be space for new energies to enter. A new beginning transforms darkness into light. Oh yes, Libra. You and this soulmate will get it right. Those of you who are in separation, and those of you who have not yet met this soulmate, you are working and preparing on union. They are working and preparing on union. And when you both are here to this point of awakening within, equally, mutually, the universe is going to align you, because you're fated. See, once all the proper lessons are learned, all the awakening and activation and evolution happens, that's when the wheel turns. That's when fate brings you together, okay? And same goes for those of you in separation, who's ever really working on these 3D matters. You know, once that's complete, then this universe brings you back into alignment, all right? So those are your messages about your soulmate, Libra. I am sending each and every one of you lots of love and light. Take care.